Every sport has some famous rivalries, and Formula One also has some famous rivalries between some of its drivers too. Most of the time, these rivalries just began as a contact or blockage during an overtake and developed to a very toxic level, crashing into each other's car at the highest point of the tension. Through this video, we're going to discuss about 3 famous rivalries which heated up the whole Formula One world, even in some of the title-deciding seasons. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. Number 1. Lewis Hamilton vs Nico Rosberg, 2013 to 2016. This may be the biggest rivalry in recent history, creating tension even higher than the rivalry between Hamilton and Verstappen. The worst point of the rivalry is that they are teammates of the same team, making it a big headache for the Mercedes team management. Hamilton partnered with Rosberg in 2013, and he was able to finish the debut season at Mercedes ahead of the German, despite Rosberg had more experience with the Brackley-based team. They were close friends since their karting days, competing against each other. When Mercedes introduced a powerful engine with championship-winning capability, both saw the opportunity to win a championship with the team. Even though Rosberg tried hard, Hamilton was able to win both the 2014 and 2015 championships, maintaining a victory ratio of 21-11. Hamilton is a driver who can rate as the greatest driver of all time, and Rosberg is clearly one level below the Brit in terms of skills and performances. The tension between these two began with a close fight at the 2014 Bahrain Grand Prix, and the intensity of the rivalry further increased when Rosberg ruined the final qualifying lap of Hamilton at Monaco in the same year. Then, a contact happened between these two at Spa, and the close friends turned the biggest rivals in the sport with the time. Even though Rosberg was weak, he used all his powers in his arsenal to his championship-winning campaign in 2016. That was the peak point of the rivalry, and Toto Wolff threatened to give a suspension to one who caused the crashes, as the duo made contact several times throughout the season. People still can remember how the duo ended up the 2016 Spanish GP in the gravel after crashing into each other. There was no clear winner till the latter part of the season, and Rosberg was lucky to clinch the 2016 title by a gap of 5 points to his teammate. Everyone was shocked when he announced his retirement ahead of his title-defending season, and Hamilton never got a chance to take revenge from him. Number 2. Lewis Hamilton vs Fernando Alonso, 2007 to present. Hamilton vs Alonso rivalry may be the longest rivalry in history, as it extends from 2007 up to now. They met in the grid for the first time as teammates at McLaren in 2007, and it was special to Hamilton as the debut season of his F1 career. Fernando Alonso was the clear favorite of McLaren fans, as he already built a reputation as 2-time world champion. The world was little known about young Hamilton, and no one thought that he would be a threat to his teammate. But he was underrated and delivered some outstanding performance, creating a question about the number 1 driver position within the team. Their tension turned to a rivalry when Hamilton ruined the qualifying season of the Spaniard at the 2007 Hungarian Grand Prix. Even though Spaniard recorded the quickest lap, he was handed over a 5-place grid penalty for the violation of qualifying rules, offering the pole to Hamilton. As there was no clear number 1 within the team, much of the championship points were divided between the McLaren teammates, offering the chance to Ferrari driver Kimi Raikkonen to get closer. So the final round started, offering the chance for these 3 drivers to win the championship, and as the final output, Raikkonen, who had the least opportunity to win the championship, was able to clinch the 2007 driver's title. Alonso was not happy with team owner Ron Dennis, as he was not treated as the number 1 driver according to their agreement. The Spaniard turned back to Renault after Spygate scandal drama at McLaren, and the rivalry became a permanent one. Even though they drove for 2 different teams, Alonso and Hamilton remembered to compete against each other in every occasion that they got a chance. After starting the turbo hybrid era, Alonso was never in a competitive car to challenge his former teammate. But either of the drivers never wanted to allow overtake each other easily, and Alonso always remembered to defend Hamilton as much as possible, destroying all of his race plans. Finally, Alonso got the opportunity to drive AMR 23, which can easily challenge Hamilton's Mercedes in this season. And now we can accept some fierce battles between the duo when the season unwraps. Number 3. Alain Prost and Niki Lauda, 1985 to 1993. The rivalry between Prost and Lauda has a special place in the F1 history books, as they crashed many times to each other's cars, creating a heavily toxic environment in the grid. The rivalry began when Senna joined McLaren as the teammate of Prost for the 1988 season. Both were very talented and can be ranked as drivers with a similar set of skills. Senna edged Prost towards the pit wall during the 1988 Portuguese Grand Prix, officially starting the rivalry. Finally, Senna won the title by maintaining a victory ratio of 8-7 to Prost, and you can imagine how they were closely talented. In 1989, a non-overtaking agreement was signed between Senna and Prost to minimize the competition between these two, but Prost was frustrated when Senna drove wheel to wheel, violating their agreement. Prost also had suspicion that engine supplier Honda favored Senna over him. Then, during the 1989 Japanese Grand Prix, Senna made contact with Prost, ensuring that Prost's car was out of the race. But Senna was able to continue after some repairs, and he was qualified for the race for the way he rejoined the track. With the toxic environment within McLaren, Prost left the team at the end of 1989 season and joined Ferrari. The 1990 season was brilliant, as there was a very close fight between these two. In order to secure the crown, Senna drove into Prost's car at the title-deciding race in Japan. Prost was sacked by Ferrari and came back strongly for the 1993 season with Williams. Even though Senna challenged him throughout the 1993 season, Prost clinched his 4th world title and announced his retirement from the sport in a victorious way. What do you think about these rivalries? Is it good or bad to the existence of the sport? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula 1 news. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.